Before I start this video, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please click the like button, share this out through social media, and leave comments in the comment section. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video by Shoeonhead entitled The Insane World of Child Dating Apps. And with no further ado, let's get into the video.
Ho ho ho! It is I, a jolly elf from the North Pole, here to do Santa's bidding. Let's see if you are on the nice or naughty list this year, huh? Oh, that is a interesting internet history. Naughty list. Hell even. But don't you worry, Santa has a special gift for you. Ah yes, here it is. Merry Christmas. Man-made horrors beyond your comprehension.
All right, I'm not sure what Wiz is. I'm going to guess it's a child dating app. And what are we talking here? I mean, are we talking teenagers, preteen? I guess we'll find out in a minute here, but let's continue.
Now, I know what you are probably thinking. A dating app for children? There's gotta be more to that, right? That can't be it. We're not at that level yet, right?
It's been compared to Tinder, but for young teens. Wiz is an app where users as young as 12 years old can swipe and meet new friends randomly. And it can...
As young as 12 years old? Okay. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud at this point and say this had to be like presented to like a board or something, some governing body, and no one said, "Have you lost your effing minds?" That there isn't a certain group of people that exist in the world that would love nothing better than to use this app to do horrible things to children. No one thought of that? Not a single person thought of that. Well, maybe they did. Well, let's continue on.
can be a minefield.
There's a lot of weird people on there. They like to ask for nudes.
The Canadian Centre for Child Protection says it has received more than 180 reports about Wiz in the last year and a half.
So I did a little research and found that Wiz is actually a lot worse than people think it is. And it's also not the first or the last of its kind. In fact, there are shockingly many dating apps for kids out there, or friendship apps, as they like to call themselves. So
That is just sick. There are just no words. Seriously? Friendship apps? I get... No, there's a word for it, and it begins with a G and it ends with a G. And I think you know where I'm going here. It's not a friendship app.
in this video, we are going to talk about the rising disturbing trend of these friendship apps. And then we're going to actually look at what is happening inside these friendship apps. I actually posted...
Oh, I'm gonna freak out before this is over. Oh, good God, no. What have I gotten myself into? I didn't even know what this is. I don't know what Wiz is. Oh, I'm going to get an education today.
Posted about this on Twitter the other day, and people were like bamboozled that this was actually a real thing.
I follow Shoe, and she's so funny. Like, sometimes she'll just comment on something, and it just blows my mind. Like, how did you find this?
I don't find it. It finds me. There is so much insanity happening on the news every single day. I try...
Shoe, that sounds like a little deflection there. It finds you. No, come on, Shoe. Let's be real here. You seek this stuff out. I mean, you're not seeking it out like that, but you do go looking for these weird things so you can make videos on them, and then apparently I can react to them.
Try to bring you guys the craziest stories, but honestly, it gets hard to keep up. Thankfully, I have an app for that. So before we get into this deep dive, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor. You all know it, you all love it, Ground News. Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers an easy and transparent way to read news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias that helps you understand the full story and makes sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features on the Ground News app is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that were covered by one side of the political spectrum but ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Mike Pence is calling on RFK Jr. to step down. Oh no, the girls are fighting. 16 news sources covered this. 10 were right-wing, and only 1 was left-wing, which is weird because, like, why wouldn't you want to cover some juicy infighting, right? Well, because the liberal news outlets are too busy covering the results of Trump's MRI scan. He apparently, quote, has no idea what they analyzed. 42 news sources covered this, and only 4 were right-wing. Ground News also makes it really fun and easy to compare headlines to show how political bias can affect framing. For example, this left-wing outlet covered how Kamala Harris said Democrats are very much stuck in the past. And a right-wing outlet covered the exact same story with this headline, Kamala Harris got something right for a change. Honestly, true. I've been using Ground News for years because it is a great and easy way to stay informed, and it really helped me see how both sides can frame the same story so differently. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. It's only $5 a month, which is like basically the price of a coffee nowadays. And it is so worth it. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code here on screen, or use the link in the video description. So thank you, Ground News, for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Right? And now,
Just a funny little anecdote here. I was talking to my compatriot Toxic Man Flu about a week ago, and we were discussing some ways to improve my channel, and he gave me a couple of ideas for how to find stories when I'm kind of drawing a blank, or need to fill in some time or do a new video. And honestly, Ground News was one of the things that he mentioned. So shout out to Toxic Man Flu.
back to the video. Now, little known fact, Tinder was the original Tinder for kids. No, I'm not joking. Tinder used to have a 13 to 17 section. Kinder, if you will. Tinder eventually got rid of it in 2016, but the market for a Tinder for kids was apparently still there. So it wasn't long before people saw dollar signs and created their own friendship apps.
That is just so wrong. They saw dollar signs. What they should have been seeing is stop signs with PDFs all around it. And if you don't know what a PDF means, okay, well, go ahead and look it up.
There are many friendship apps on the App Store for minors, like Yubo, Hoop, Perp, Scoot, Badoo. What in the f***ing Dr. S. Seuss is this? The Scoot.
Badoop, badoop. I would not want to see the Cat in the Hat turned into a child dating app. Ugh, God.
Badoos were on their Badoo app, sending their whoos pictures of their kazoos. Listen, back in my day, we didn't have Tinder for kids, okay? We had wholesome gang things on Habbo Hotel.
Oh my God. Well, that kind of reminds me of Leisure Suit Larry and the Lounge Lizards. I can't remember the name of the game. It's been so long. It kind of reminds me of that, though.
and Club Penguin. Whatever happened to getting good old-fashioned groomed on Skype? The main friendship app currently making headlines right now is Wiz. Wiz, the Tinder for Kids app, exposes kids to predators. Congress must act.
You mean that PDFs, you can't verify age or anything when they're using these apps and they're talking to young children and grooming them and trying to get them to show up for dates that really aren't dates? Shocking.
Congress? Half of Congress is probably on this f***ing app.
Oh, she has a point there. Especially with what has come out in the Epstein files. Oh.
Expect me to believe the government currently protecting Jeffrey Epstein is going to do something about the Jeffrey Epstein app? New York City teens told the Post that Wiz, which is available to users 13 and older, is similar to a dating app in the way you swipe through profiles, and that some underage users are relying on it to arrange hookups with strangers, including adults. It's like Tinder for kids, a 16-year-old high school senior from Manhattan told the Post. Like, literally, when you think of Tinder, that's what it is. Trying to hook up or, like, date. Many of the profile photos are thirst traps, with girls in sports bras and boys posting shirtless selfies. It's marketed as a wholesome app when it's actually not a wholesome app.
Girls in sports bras, boys shirtless. That should just be banned. What is wrong with Wiz? Why are you allowing them to post any pictures like that? I mean, it's not corn. But if this is like a friendship app, then there's no need for it. They should be removing these pictures. So, yeah, Wiz, you got some explaining to do.
App. There have already been multiple arrests across the country of adult predators sexually assaulting teens they met on the app.
Of course there are. Oh, look at that.
In Washington, a 23-year-old man was charged with rape earlier this year after meeting up with a 12-year-old girl on Wiz. The victim told police he claimed to be 15. A 19-year-old Marine in Hawaii was charged with sexually assaulting an 11-year-old girl he met on the app. And a 27-year-old Chicago man is facing charges for sexually assaulting several teenage girls he met on Wiz while also pretending to be a teen. In 2024, Florida's Department of Law Enforcement arrested a 20-year-old man for using a computer to solicit a minor, after investigation revealed he was speaking to a 14-year-old girl on Wiz while purporting to be 16. Okay, so not only like 20-something-year-old adults were pretending to be younger, but younger people were pretending to be older. How the f*** is there no age verification on the—
It wouldn't matter. Even places that have age verification, certain websites, I mean, you can get around it. You can get around it fairly easy. I mean, I don't have to worry about getting around it, but, you know, it's really easy to circumvent age verification. I mean, even if you get so far as to like facial recognition or something like that, with AI the way it is, you're going to show an AI photo of someone older or younger or however you're trying to fake your age. That's how good AI is getting.
On this app. At Wiz, the safety and well-being of our teen users is our highest priority.
Boy, is that a lie. Because you're not doing any... Like I said, the first thing you should have been doing is banning sports bra and shirtless boys. Those pictures should have been all gone.
Oh, that's good to hear. Wiz uses sophisticated AI safety algorithms for age verification.
Not a chance in hell.
You what? You're relying on AI for the safety of children on your website?
Well, of course, they're relying on an AI for everything. Oh, and just as a side note to the AI thing, I've been accused of being AI. And to tell you the truth, I am AI.
website. May I remind you, we are still in the very early stages of AI. It's nowhere near where it has to be to handle important things like this, to handle verifying people's ages on a dating website for minors. What the f?
Really?
But Shu, I'll counter with that the people they're probably hiring are no smarter than the AI. So 6 in one hand, a half a dozen retards in the other.
Wiz is designed to connect kids with strangers, and furthermore, they allow both kids or both teens.
What is wrong with her eyebrow? That's disturbing. Ugh. I mean, I got a face made for radio, and let me tell you, I think she does too.
Teens and adults onto the app, and they click.
What is going on? What is above? Is this like a filter gone wrong or something?
Claim that they separate the kids from the adults by robust age verification tools, but I personally have tested those tools, and 3 times, every single time I tested them, I was able to create an account as a 16-year-old, and I was put into a category where I was encouraged to date 15 to 17-year-olds.
Like, tell me why I saw a 20-something.
Exactly. And I'm just betting she's not a 16-year-old.
Year old say they were 16 and easily get into Wiz.
Verify your age. To make sure you connect with people your age, we need to verify yours. Age verified. That didn't take.
Or this 20-something-year-old that said they were 15.
Age verification. Age verified， 翻车上。
Oh my God. What is that like? Well, that's the septum and then 2 nose and the big hoop and the funky. Yeah. Wow. Okay. You are just, yeah, you're a walking red flag.
What is that?
What's at stake here is that adults, particularly adult men, can pose as 15-year-old boys and hook up with teenage girls or teenage boys for that matter. It's as simple as that. Stephen Balcom, founder of the Family Online Safety Institute, told the Post, Stephen Balcom was able to sign up for Wiz as a teen. Oh wow, he must look pretty young. Oh no.
That didn't age well. I was talking about him, not the comment, but I guess the comment too. Just fuck it.
Oh, it's honestly just incredible to me that this idea was pitched to people like Tinder for kids, and nobody in that boardroom immediately got up and punched that guy in the head.
There you go. That's what I said at the beginning. When this sales pitch was made, the person making it, the rest of the board should have beat the shit out of him.
Idea should have never been spoken into the world. This is a curse upon our lands. The CEO should be trapped inside of a crystal for 1,000 years. So who are the geniuses behind Wiz? Let's take a look. Oh, it's just a bunch of nerds.
Okay. These people are actually, or at least they look intelligent enough to have figured this out. So there's no excuse. I don't see, well, maybe the guy sitting in the front there holding his knee, he looks retarded. But the rest of them, they don't look retarded. So they should have been able to figure this out.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. Okay, so the CEO, Thomas Don...
Go ahead and say it, Shu. Come on. Come on, I want you to say that word because I don't want to.
Can I say that? Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, he is French. It's always the French behind this shit. Cutie is now this. It's seriously time we start asking the French question. Believe it or not, this is not...
The French did Cuties. Well, technically, wasn't that Netflix? But okay, maybe French director. Okay, whatever. Yeah, the French are weird.
Not the first time Wiz has been under fire. Last year, Apple actually had to remove it from the App Store because of sextortion controversies. Apple removed the app Tuesday after the National Center of Sexual Exploitation contacted the company with concerns about the alleged use of Wiz in sextortion scams. Extortion is an increasingly common online crime in which people are enticed to send sexually explicit photos. Once the photos are sent, the receiver of the images threatens to share them online or with family or friends unless the victim sends money.
Oh. I thought that was just being fucking retarded. I mean, how do you even think that that's a good idea? You're enticed. How do you entice someone to send naked pictures of themselves? Unless you're retarded.
John Sheehan, Senior Vice President of the Exploited Children Division and International Engagement for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, said his organization has received more than 100 reports from members of the public about minors allegedly extorted on Wiz this year, putting the app behind only Snapchat and Instagram for such reports.
And I'm just trying to think back to when I was 13. That was a long time ago, 14, 15. I'm trying to think if some other person, I didn't have dating apps back then, come to think of it. I didn't have computers. I didn't have a lot of things. But I'm trying to think if somebody somehow sent me a letter, secret note or something, and they told me to take a picture of myself naked and then mail it to them or something. You know, I didn't have any. I probably would have just tore up the note. Yeah, I would have either that or I would have thought it was one of my friends because, you know, growing up, all my friends were assholes because that's basically what I was at that age. So, you know, similarities attract. I know that's not the way it goes, but that's how it went when I was growing up. All my friends were assholes and I was an asshole and we were just a bunch of assholes. And that would seem like something that one of us would do to somebody else as a joke, is leave a note for them, thirsting on them and then trying to get them to take a naked picture just to see if we could do it.
Because there was extortion allegedly from Wiz, they had to shut it down. And this is the public statement Wiz came out with. Are you ready for this? Hey there, just wanted to drop in with a quick heads up. Wiz is currently taking a break from the app stores due to a technical hiccup. We're working super hard to get everything sorted.
A technical hiccup? Is that what we're calling it? Listen, we have a bunch of PDFs running around our app and doing essay and other things to other users of the app. And we're having just a little bit of a hiccup. No, what you're having is a full-blown heart attack.
It out and back to normal ASAP. Here's the deal. If you uninstall Wiz during this time, you won't be able to re-download it until we're back up and running in the App Store. So we recommend hanging tight. We're really sorry for any inconvenience this may cause. We appreciate your patience and support. Stay tuned for the update, and in the meantime, keep enjoying Wiz. Thanks for...
What is with all the emojis? Butterfly... What the hell? The little muscle, the heart. Oh. I think a 13-year-old wrote this message. What in the fuck?
For being part of our Wiz family. Oopsie poopsie, we still will fuck you wucky. And when they were allowed back on the App Store, this was their announcement. Imagine, if you will, getting banned off the App Store because of controversies surrounding extortion of minors. And then being like, we're back, bitches!
Yeah. That's not a good look at all. You basically just, like she's doing, 2 middle fingers to everyone. Wow. Okay. That's not good at all.
The audacity. We're still working on getting back on the store. We miss you guys. Stay strong. I like the hashtag attempt here. Nobody is using that shit. It sounds like a rapper. Free my
Free Sounds like something I would do when I'm unzipping my zipper.
homie Lil Wiz, he ain't done nothing. Okay, so what exactly is on this app? Well, I am about to show you. I will be getting these screen caps from other videos about this topic because there is no fucking way I am downloading any of these apps onto my device, okay? I am on way too many lists already. Anyway, here are some examples of some profiles on these friendship apps. Back on here, I guess, 5, 10, 16, don't send, hit me up. I'm a good listener. Don't be dry. Don't send. LOL. I don't send. Friendly 304. Older girls are on top. 15. Look at the little Roblox icon. I don't send, so don't try. I don't send. Don't ask. So if you are not aware what these people mean when they say don't send, they are saying they do not send private photos.
See, I told you. There are teenagers out there that have a little common sense.
May I remind you that this is an app marketed towards minors, and these minors feel the need to put in their profiles that they do not send nudes to strangers. That is how prevalent that is on this app.
Yeah, she has a really good point there. They have to be self-aware enough to realize what is going on the app. And say, don't even bother. Wow. Okay. But they're not self-aware enough to get off the app. That's a teenager in a nutshell.
I feel like they have to go out of their way to say they don't do it. This one literally has to say, I don't send, stop asking. Bro, what the Trades 17. I'll send 14. Wow, those are some interesting names they have there in Australia. How exotic. My shit big, by the way. 16 years old.
Oh, I'm guessing not. Somebody's compensating for something.
No Bill Cosby shit, but if bitches sleeping on me, then I'm a fuck.
Dude, that's not any different. I mean, it doesn't matter. You still didn't get consent. Just because you didn't give them a Cosby-politan doesn't mean you can just, when they're asleep. Oh, no.
What? Hit me up if you are a girl that plays variety games, listens to music, and has a decent amount of beauty, so I can actually appreciate you. I don't date gays or blacks.
Wow. He's an istanophobe.
Mom, if you have a prob, keep swiping. 14. I like it in the back door. Violet, 15. Pull up for sex and smoking. Bring me a nick, though. DM to rate.
Oh. Is Nick, like, just bring her a cigarette? Is that for before or after?
Eggplant. Oh man, I sure love friendship apps. My favorite activity to do with the homies, with the bros, rating each other's dicks. Friendship. I don't send. You should obsess over me. 15. It's wrong. If you're a sub and a masochist, text me now. Be my yandere. Be my psychopath.
A 15-year-old is typing that. Oh, dear God, we've failed our children.
Someone please come collect your daughter. Oh my god. 6'3", football. Text me with Riz. I have a whimper audio, so ask to see. Holy shit, someone please come collect your son! Where are the freaks at? 15 years old asking where the freaks are at. Sir, I do not doubt at all. Several freaks are viewing your profile. Rate me 1 out of 10. Middle school, about to be 13.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. About to... No.
They have their age set to 17, but they're actually 13, so... Again, great job. The state-of-the-art AI technology at work here. ChatGPT says I'm 24 years old without makeup. My 34-year-old haggard ass. I'm sorry if I do not trust fucking clankers to handle something like this. Let's take a look at what actual teenagers are saying about this app, shall we? Is Wiz safe? No, I got sent CP on it. Bruh, I got asked, do you trade so many times? Most people on there are horny for real. Got way too many PP pics from people. No, literally at this point, Wiz has become a child-friendly Tinder. The things I saw were horrifying. 15-year-olds posting videos of themselves twerking, 14-year-olds calling themselves bottoms, 13-year-olds putting shit in their bios like, I'll send if you send.
Oh. 14-year-old bottoms. Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, you're gonna have a rough life. Oh, jeez. Quite literally and figuratively. Oh, this is hurting. Shoo, why did you do this to me?
My sister is using a dating app for teens called Wiz, and honestly I find it really unhealthy. She spends a lot of time talking to guys she barely knows. The worst part is, my mom does nothing about it. I've been punished for way less, but my sister never gets any real consequences. I'm just trying to protect her, but she thinks I'm against her, and I'm really scared that one day this could end badly. W, older brother.
Hey, keep trying, bro. You're right. It's gonna end badly if somebody doesn't step up. Sadly, it should be your mom.
Please protect your sister. She may hate you in the moment, but she will thank you in the future. Oh my god, and the fact that his mom doesn't care. This is giving me...
Yep. I know you're a mom, Shoo. And should be giving you all sorts of ick.
like actual anxiety. Here's my catch. If you're a guy, it's hard. Watch ads to get 5 coins, and once you reach 250, start the boost to get more requests. Oh, it's one of those watch ads to get coins sort of apps, of course. So what are the ads these 13 to 17-year-olds being forced to watch in order to get coins or whatever the f?
Oh, no. No, please, Shoo, don't. I don't want to see this.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
No! I asked nicely. Please don't.
At what type of ads are on these friendship apps? Safe chat room. Enjoy private chats with gorgeous online. Gets are horny. 1v1 video chat. Please tame me. I wanna. AI generate. Not safe for work. Dirty call and fast. Free video chat with naughty hot girl. Now I know every single social media has an issue with this. Every single one, from Instagram to Twitter, there's always an issue of predators preying on minors on social media. But these apps in particular are created with weird intentions from the get-go. Like, why does a 13-year-old kid need an app like this, where they swipe on photos of people and like plan to meet them in person? They just
She's got a point. No 13 through 17-year-old. I mean, once you're 18, you're an adult. If you want to get your freaks on or whatever floats your boat. But yeah, before then, no, you shouldn't be on this. No. And parents, you need to check your kids' phones and iPads and whatever else they have. And if you see an app like this, you need them to get rid of it.
Just don't need an app like this. The bad that potentially comes with it completely outweighs like any of the good that can.
What good? I don't see any good. They're not socializing with this. At least not in a healthy way. So there is no good to this.
Can come from an app like this. I remember when like don't talk to strangers online was like the big thing. That was like the main internet rule. That and don't believe everything you see on the internet, which is funny now coming from the boomer generation that thinks like this is real on Facebook. Meanwhile, nowadays, apps like this are literally marketing themselves to minors like meet strangers on the internet. As a teenager, it is like the optimal time to like meet friends in real life. Like that is when it is the easiest, because it gets really hard to meet friends as an adult. It gets hard.
And this is actually the time when young people learn to socialize, which is apparently a lost skill. You learn to communicate with people your own age. You learn how to relate and stuff like that. And you can't learn to relate if you're on an app all the time.
Hard as fuck to meet friends as an adult. Like everyone's already established, everyone already has their friends, and like if you try to make friends with someone, you feel like a fucking like weirdo freak. Like when I moved to the city, I tried Bumble BFF. I think I've told the story before. Sorry if I told the story before in a video. Not much happens in my life, so if I repeat stories, I'm sorry. I tried Bumble BFF and the only person I matched with was a furry. Anyway.
Oh, that is funny. No, I missed out on all this. I had to like go out to clubs and bars and buy women drinks and sometimes humiliate myself. You know, the old way of dating, you know. So, yeah, I missed out on all this. I missed out on the accidental furries, you know, women with junk in their pants who aren't women. I never had one of those surprises, thankfully. No, I'm actually somewhat grateful that I do not have to date in this day and age, because I think I'd be totally lost.
Anyway, my point is, I don't think 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, whatever, they shouldn't be meeting strangers off of the internet. Like, at the very least, what these apps are doing are normalizing hookup culture. Basically grooming them into hookup culture.
I completely agree with that. Yeah. They're not learning how to properly socialize with these apps. They're being groomed to be vulnerable and being targets for PDFs.
The most toxic aspects of modern society, in my opinion. But these companies do not care. These companies don't care, because at the end of the day, they are making a profit. It's not surprising at all that a lot of these apps showed up during COVID, during lockdowns, when many teenagers and kids were really lonely. Like I said before, the app is apparently full of ads, freaky ass ads. And you can buy like all this extra stuff on the app. There's like in-app purchases. There's like the fucking burger bundle, whatever the hell that is. I like how this is so blatantly like a French person's idea of like, this is like a French person's idea of like marketing to the United States. Bonjour, Americans. Would you like the burger bundle? So you can have a 13-year-old girl on your, how you say, oui, oui.
What the fuck is a burger bundle? I don't even want to know. Never mind. Forget I asked. What is the point of all this? You have to buy coins. I mean, this app is then not free. If you have to get coins to get things on the app, then it's not. And where are the kids getting the money to buy these coins? I'm asking too many questions that I probably don't want to know the answers to.
One of the biggest issues, though, besides the predators or the normalization of hookup apps, is the fact that this app is mainly used by minors to trade photos with other minors. A lot of people, a lot of teenagers especially, don't know that even though you're also a minor, you are still technically creating and distributing CP. Those pictures.
She's absolutely right. From a legal standpoint, that is still trafficking porn or pornography. Yeah. You're trafficking pornography. And technically, the site should be charged as well. Yeah. You can't have a site where you're trafficking pornography, child pornography. Yeah, I'm having a real problem saying that. Let's just keep going.
Somehow get out if she breaks up with you and posts them. You could both get in trouble. You could go to jail. You could be labeled a sex offender.
Yeah, how's that to start out? You're 13 years old and you are in a sex registry. Here's how the rest of your life's gonna go.
Yes, you as a minor could be labeled a sex offender because you sent pictures to another minor. And that's what like 90% of this app is. Minors getting each other's links and trading and whatever the like, how do the creators of this app not see that? How do they do see it. They don't care because a burger bundle. So what?
Well, and that's where the government has to step in and make them care. That's where the government has to step in and actually arrest the people that are running these apps for the same thing you would be charging the children who are actually doing the crimes. It's aiding and abetting, it's enabling, whatever you want to call it, but it is a crime and they should be charged for it. Then they'll start caring.
Can we do about this? One particular promising solution pending before Congress is the Kids Online Safety Act, a bipartisan bill that establishes a duty of care for online platforms likely to be accessed by children. Listen, of course I think government regulation is absolutely necessary to keep corpos in check. If not, they would just do a bunch of immoral, evil shit for money. However, I do not trust the government to handle anything regarding free speech and the internet. Listen, in a perfect world, the government would step in and make the internet a safer place for children, but we do.
Okay, but I actually already think there are mechanisms in place you could use to charge these people for what I just said. So I don't know if we need new laws. We have existing laws, and I don't really think they cover the First Amendment. But again, no legal advice given here.
Do not live in a perfect world. We live in Hell World. And in Hell World, anything the government gets its grubby little hands on turns to shit. It will go from, we're just protecting kids, to, we're just protecting adults from bad opinions. It will go from...
Well, that's true. I mean, look at what happened the last time, we had a Democrat in office. Or technically a Marxist in office. You had basically censorship left and right. He attacked the First Amendment every chance he got. He shut down Twitter. He shut down YouTube. He shut down Facebook. If you posted the wrong thing, you were censored, or worse, you lost your account. And that's all he's doing. That's his legacy. And for all the talk of the Democrats protecting the First Amendment, no, they're protecting free speech as long as you're saying what they want you to say. The moment you stop saying what they want to say, well, then they take it away from you, or at least try to.
I'm sorry, little Timmy, you can't watch Fat Booty Latinas in Space 12, to sorry, grown-ass man, you can't post that opinion about Israel. But I don't know, you need a government ID to buy alcohol or weed online. Why shouldn't you also need a government ID to watch porn or access apps like this? I don't really know. I kind of like go back and forth on my opinion of stuff like this. I don't really have a fleshed out opinion of this yet. My husband has not given me my opinion of this yet. All I know is it is
Good girl. Yeah, you need to get back to your husband and let him give your opinion. I was wondering when I'd get a shot in it at the women. Yeah. And by the way, I am not a what do they call it? I'm a chauvinist, not a misogynist. So before you get in there and start calling me a misogynist, no, I'm a chauvinist. Yep. I still love women. I just love making fun of them.
It is ultimately the parent's job to monitor what their kids are doing online. But in my opinion, something like this shouldn't even exist in the first place. Like imagine, yeah, we created meth for kids. You as a parent, you keep your kids away, but, the meth for kids is here. If they want it, if they want to buy it, like, no. Also, like, the parents are giving their kids iPads right out of the f***ing womb, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of things... There's a lot of things wrong with this, yes. Yeah, 10-year-old kids having iPhones, iPads, stuff like that. Why? Because, it's a babysit. I think it's a babysitting tool. They don't want to deal with their kids. So, they give them an iPhone, they give them an iPad, and that's basically the babysitting device. They sit on that, and as long as they're on those devices, then they're not causing any trouble in theory, but that's not how it's working because you've got apps like this that they're on and they are getting in trouble.
Little motherfuckers can't read. Australia is actually enforcing the first social media ban for kids under 16. These are the platforms being banned in Australia: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, X, YouTube, Reddit, Threads, Kick, Twitch. And these are...
Okay, well, all I can say is they practically got them all, so at least they're not discriminating.
Are the ones that are still allowed: Steam, WhatsApp, Messenger, YouTube Kids, Pinterest, GitHub, Google Classroom, Lego Play, Roblox, and Discord. I'm sorry, stop.
Well, you had me to the last two. Yeah, I bet she's gonna say the same thing.
You want to protect children, and you didn't ban Discord? Also, wow, I almost forgot. Roblox is also trying to become a dating website. Roblox, the game mostly used by children. I feel like kids are in such a rush to be adults today more than ever. I think because like social media and influencers. Oh my god, apparently the most popular jobs for children that they want to be when they grow up are like streamer and like YouTuber. We're so cooked, dude. I swear to god, if my kids come up to me and they're like, I want to be...
Okay, and just one small hint there. Yeah, you've already missed the window there, guys. The days of being an influencer, especially like on YouTube or something like that, they're gone. They're gone. I mean, 99% of you, 99.9999999% of you are going to struggle to do anything significant on YouTube. You can't make a living anymore. Shoe's been doing this for a number of years. She's got, basically 2.4 million subscribers. She's got a huge fan base. She's already set. She probably makes a good amount of bank doing this, but there's just no way for most people to get 2.4 million subscribers if you're starting out today. It's just not going to work.
Be a YouTuber like mommy. Nightmare. No, you're going to college. You're getting a degree. You're not going to be an e-girl. You're not going to be a streamer. You're not going to be the next Asmongold. You're going to be normal. I've said this before, but like my kids are not even going to know the internet exists. I'm going to raise them as if it is 1875. And God...
1875, so you're getting rid of electricity too, Shoe? We're going back to candles and good Lord, not even a telephone. Not when was the telephone invented? I don't remember when. Maybe you had like the hand crank telephone that like you could call the person like 10 feet away from you. Maybe you had those.
God forbid, like, a phone rings in our house. What is that strange bird I hear? Personally, I had unrestricted access to the internet when I was growing up, and I turned out fine.
I think she's telling on herself. You know, I grew up with no internet, and I turned out totally deranged.
So that was that video. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I read every single comment. I'm serious. I see all the shit you freaks write down there. If you like this video, give it a little like. Oh, I hate this part of being a YouTuber. Subscribe.
Okay, so I'm going to clip her her YouTube channel in my comments. Definitely go give her a subscribe, sub to her, watch her content. You know, we may not always agree politically, but socially we seem to be pretty much on the same page almost all the way through. She's pretty based. You know, she's a mother, she has a young child, she sees what's going on in the world, and you know, most of her opinions are around that. So like I said, you definitely want to check her out. I've already reacted to a couple of videos. They actually do very well. They're some of my most viewed stuff on YouTube, which is why I'm continuing to do this. Probably somewhat I'm getting some of her people to come watch me react to her videos. So I hope that keeps up. I hope that's a trend, and I hope they'll eventually drop some subs. So again, like I said, giving a shout out to Shoeonhead. And with that, I think I'm going to end the video. So like my father told me when I was 18 years old, get out.